Hello, Johnny from Eurogamer here, and recently I was among the first to get hands-on with the first alpha for Planet Coaster, Frontier's first foray into theme park simulation since Roller Coaster Tycoon. During my time with the alpha, I learned a lot about how the park customization options work, and I also learned I have a lot to learn about good park management. See, Planet Coaster puts you in charge of a theme park and, by the same token, in a position of responsibility. You have to make sure the people coming to the park are having a good time, that they aren't too hungry or thirsty, or aren't in danger of throwing up because your ride is bad, or close to soiling themselves due to a lack of toilets. In order to do that, and to avoid building the world's worst tourist attraction, you have to make sure your park is well designed, properly organised, fun, engaging, and profitable. Now, anyone who's met me in real life will know I am spectacularly underprepared for a position of responsibility like this one. So, is Planet Coaster comprehensive enough to keep me from ruining several people's lives, including my own? Yes! Sort of, is the short answer. Planet Coaster certainly makes attractions easy enough to build. Here's an example of how to put down a ride and connect it to the rest of your park. Before you're allowed to open an attraction to the public, it requires an entrance and exit, both connected to the pathways of your park. It also needs a queue and a ticket booth. Nothing too taxing then, those are all common sense requirements, but then there are a few logistics conspiring to make things more difficult. You need a queue long enough to accommodate all the people who want to have a go on your ride, for instance, but the longer your lines or paths, the more real estate you're taking up per ride, meaning you can fit fewer delightful things in, and in turn will struggle to make money. Happily, the creation tools I was shown during the hands-on demo make these logistics relatively easy to juggle. As you lay out your path, you can adjust how many segments you're slapping down at a time, and also adjust the curves based on your own personal preference. You can freeform all of them if you so choose, or you can enable a snapping feature designed to give you a helping hand. The extremity of the curves that snapping feature uses can, of course, be customized with a surprising degree of precision in their own right. Similarly, elements like signage are designed to be pretty easy to throw together, but can also be manipulated to a high degree of precision. They adhere to the same rules as the other props and bits of scenery you can use to spruce your park up a bit, making it a surprisingly easy system to pick up. My sign just happens to look a bit naff because I mainly got distracted by the fact I could put down a giant mechanised kraken and no one was around to tell me no. But the thing I'm getting at here is the systems you use to customise your park in Planet Coaster seem really robust. They're set out with a uniformity that lets you get on with it without too much hassle, but also lets you exercise your inner perfectionist should you be so inclined. But the thing is, being able to navigate a bunch of menus and snap elements together is one thing, but designing a good park is quite another. Here's an example. During my hands-on time with Planet Coaster, I decided to build a hat shop. I thought, yeah, I'll stick it in the exit queue to my ride. I know I'm running the risk of building up a massive line and preventing people from leaving the ride itself, but sod it. These people are going to be on a euphoric high from my not at all over-decorated ride. They'll be gagging for a good hat. Yeah, not so much, turns out. I added a milkshake place, I added a burger bar, both of them set out to bring people in and get them looking at my other wares, and not one of them bought a sodding hat. We checked out a different pre-built park by way of comparison, and their hat business was going great guns. Just look at all these jerks wearing hats. Why can't I have jerks wearing hats? The answer is the simulation in Planet Coaster runs pretty deep. It's accessible enough that you can casually slap together a park without much thought, even downloading entire sections from other people's parks if you feel like it, but you can also get properly obsessive over the layout and makeup of your theme park. It's a system designed to get you thinking about each component part of your park, but also looking to see how they fit together in order to maximise their potential. Because it turns out, there is a science to optimal hat shop placement, and it is a science that completely escapes me. But while I don't think I'm cut out to make an especially good or even passable theme park, I was certainly left feeling impressed by the level of detail on offer in Planet Coaster. There's a clear declaration of intent with this release. The people at Frontier have made no secret of their desire to revive the coaster park sim genre and put their stamp on it, and that intent is borne out in the level of detail. From the working hydraulics in attractions like the Rocktopus to ride sound effects they went out and recorded themselves. It's still early days yet, with the game only just going into alpha, but it looks really promising for now. Unfortunately, during my demo, I was just slapping down pre-made rides and didn't really have time to peek at coaster construction, so I'm not going to be able to share my thoughts there. Luckily, however, you can have a look at it. If you're playing the Planet Coaster Alpha, you can unlock coaster building by putting in a handy cheat code. Go to the Rides, Scenery or Buildings tab, click on the search option, then enter the code under construction, all one word, all lowercase. And there you go, Coaster Construction. According to Frontier, it's been hidden away like that because the UI isn't final yet, but if you fancy a sneak peek, you're more than welcome to. Let me know how you get on. And while we're talking about me being inept at playing video games, I played Bayonetta for the first time ever recently, and I can't say I was any good at it, to be honest, but it did give me newfound appreciation for women who wear outfits made of their own hair. Chris, meanwhile, has been pestering Xbox developers about their interest levels with cross-network play. And finally, the gameplay you just saw was taken from a half-hour Let's Play video I recorded at the hands-on event. Unfortunately, the audio was pretty awful, so I didn't use it for this, but if you really, and I mean really, want to watch Planet Coaster in action and don't mind some terrible sound quality, you can watch half an hour of gameplay by clicking that link. You have been warned about the audio.